This is Samson too. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
Mr. Samson is the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of hotel. So with some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. Run the big mark. See how it's working like this here, and that's small one. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. Okay? Again, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever you do, will help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner, and they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to be the one to be in the sidewalk if I all do it. Good evening, folks. Samson to Libra Public Radio. We're here again this evening to do what we have to do here, as we're here to discuss all things Liberia. We want to thank all of you again this evening. We want to thank all of you that are tuning in and trooping in tonight. We say thank you. Thanks for joining us. All we ask is for you to share this video to as many brothers and sisters for us, because it's very important that we do so our brothers and sisters will be able to have the opportunity to participate in the discussion about their country. Join me tonight, Samson to Libra Public Radio. I want to thank all of you. Please do us a favor and continue to share this show as much as possible, because it's very important that we do so. Welcome. Libra Public Radio, Samson to, the host of Conversation with Samson to, is here tonight. Let's go ahead and start the show. We don't wait for numbers. Whoever here, when we got one person watching, we start. We got two people watching, we start. We're not going to wait for numbers, because this is what we do for our people. We want to thank God. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening as we come together here. My Lord, we ask that you continue to bless us. We continue to guide us. Extend our life. Give us long life, my Lord. We ask, my Lord, that this is what we do because of you. You give us the life, and we want to thank you for that. We want to thank you for everything. My Lord, we ask and want to thank you for everything yet to come, but we ask that we continue to be blessed. We ask that the opportunity provided to us continue to be there. My Lord, only you have the power to say when. And we thank you for that opportunity. We thank you for everything. We thank you for things yet to come. But we know, we believe in you that they are coming. And you, only you can provide that for us. We want to thank you, my Lord. We want to thank you. My Lord, as you come before you again tonight, we specifically want to thank you again for the Republic of Liberia. We want to ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the President of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, President Joseph Boakai. Whatever he touches, bless his hand. Whichever door he knocks, open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. That the people of Liberia be blessed by you. The country of Liberia is in your hands, and because of that,
We can only rock. We can't fall because your hand is holding us. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We will continue to put this country in your hand because only through you that we will be successful. We know it. We know so. We believe in it. Those of us that have faith in you, we know. Without you, there is no success. Without you, there's nothing that will be of goodness on earth. And we want to thank you. My Lord, we ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, folks, Samson told Labrador Pub Radio. I'm going to comment on the drug issue here now today because I tried to stay away from it because initially I thought, and I still believe that this was like how do you call it, s- the extracting our attention from something else, distraction. They just going to take our attention from important thing and put it on this. But the drug issue, if we are unable, the government, those of us that support President Baka, we better start saying it. We better start singing a song, or we're going to be late. We're going to be late if we don't start putting our act together about the drugs issue and ask the people who are responsible to put the president on TV, who are responsible to put the president in front of the librarian, but they better do so. The other folks are getting the upper hand. The other folks are getting the upper hand. And those rascals around President Baka continue to believe and continue to act as though nothing happened in the country. They're making a sad mistake. Whether you agree with CDC or not, they're going to capitalize on this whole issue and they're going to suck it to us. We better be ready. We better be ready. You can say, yeah, well, let's CDC got ain't got nothing that they ain't it says here, and that they were with $100 million what drug what. No, I'm not even going to touch that. All I'm saying, we have to have a strategy, legal strategy, to approach the drugs issue, or else this is going to be our Achilles heels. This drugs issue, if it's not attacked, if it is not approached, and if it is not resolved legally and properly, Liberian will have no trust in us. Because we all sat here, on some of us, on the same platform, and believe the entire CDC and entire sedition, the whole sedition, bunch of sedition, they were smoking. That's why we were on here talking. Because what? We never saw them smoke before. But we come up with this. And then we want to sit here and let this $19 million drugs go untouched. Foolishness. Foolishness, I say so. Unity Party and President Baka, you need to do better. Because, look, we have to be sincere here from time to time. And we're always sincere anyway. But on a very serious note, we cannot come on this platform, the same platform. Our videos are there. All they have to do is go do a research about our video. And they're coming back on us to say, didn't you say this? Didn't you say that? And what face do we have to face them? This has to stop. This has to stop. We have to take this serious. My goodness, President Walker. For what? For what reason? President Walker, from the night into the drug business, fire those people anybody who come close to them, get rid of them, fire them, legally now, legally. Because President Walker always follow the rules. No matter how much emotion Samson told take this thing, President Walker continue to follow the rules. He doesn't violate the Constitution because Samson told is emotional about some subject matter. No, he doesn't play that game. So I will continue to use the word legally. But this is ridiculous. We saw, I haven't seen that video. I've refused to look at that video about that lady that people are talking about. I've refused to look at it. Yeah, but then you say, Mr. Cho, how can you objectively describe or talk about something that you have not seen? Well, because I don't want to put myself in a bad book with God, you're going to go back in the days when I was growing up in Monroe. When a policeman walking down the street, they see your eyeball red, they're taking you in. Why your eyeball red? Those days we believe they call it Carlo. Carlo, what the other name? Carlo, and what's some other name they have? If you are caught with one cigarette or Carlo, 7 years in prison. All alone until I came to America, that was all that I believed. Why would I want to spend 7 years in jail for something that's supposed to give me pleasure or something like that? For what? 7 years of my life in jail. For what? I stay away. I said no. Because I don't want to spend 7 years in jail. But not these days. Not these days. And I'm saying President Walker needs to do more. They need to do more. The people are speculating because we're not getting information. And the speculators going to improvise, substitute whatever it is that is not coming out of this government. Unacceptable. This is the government of for the people, by the people. But we're not getting any information. Lamalala, PI come on, talking on yama yama. For what? Where is the justice minister to give us a daily briefing? This is the $20 million drug bust that people's lives is hanging in the balance. And here's the thing you don't know. There are other foreign countries involved. And those foreign countries, most of them, they are your they are your financial partner. They are the international partner that can help you to grow your development, your developmental agenda. You cannot do these kinds of stuff. How are they going to vouch for you if your need come out in a corridor of borrowing money? If your need come out in a corridor of development? Can they stand out and say, yeah, but our country is clean? Can they campaign and lobby on your behalf to the other international partners that, yes, your money need to come to Liberia? If the drug issue is like this, coming through the airport, coming through the free, whatever area the drug place is coming from. We cannot do these things. But I said it here a long time ago. And that's why I'm not much worried, because people can go and look at my tape and they will understand, look at my past video, and they will understand that I've always been straight. I told President Walker, I don't know if he was able to listen to me or not, but I said it. I said there are three kinds of people, or even go as far as 4 kinds of people. People who will support you because they believe in you, me. People who will support you not because they believe in you, but they want something from you. People who will support you not because they believe in you, not because they want something from you, but because they will use the opportunity you give them to enrich themselves. And there are those who come in to support you, I said then. Not because of what you have or what you're going to get. They just don't like the other person. And President Walker, if you look at the election, President Walker didn't win the election outright as a firm mandate. Most of the vote President Walker got were vote against, not vote for. What make you think said when people say the people who vote against, are they still happy to vote against? Or they are now regretting their vote. And the regretful vote, if they are there, how soon before they go back to where they come from? And y'all want to sit down here for us to sit down and believe that everything is okay? Things are hard in the country. And it's not the fault of President Waka either. International community, they know. Money is not there for people to just move around like that the way they're supposed to. And this is why we say to you, as a government, continue to preach unity. Continue to preach development. Things that you're doing all over the country, let those be the show. Don't say the people will see it. Show it to us. That drug issue here, if we are not careful with it, it will bring us down. And there's nothing. I'm not going to sit down here and laugh for anybody. Oh. I will not lie for anybody. I will not lie for anybody. I will be truthful. And that's what I said from day one. Ever since President Waka and people announced, President Weah and people announced that they're coming by from day one, I say I'm not taking them for granted. Unacceptable. Why is it up to this time? So if you don't have anybody in jail, then tell us there's nothing here on the drug issue. That indeed everything is okay. That indeed everything is okay. If up to this point you have no arrest, you have nothing to show for, then tell us that there's nothing here. The drug issue is just a fly by night topic. But if you're going to hold on to the drug issue and we don't see anybody being responsible, where is the accountability? The drug just fly from overseas and come to Liberia by itself? Or we got Niji coming up to bring drug to Liberia? Or people flying on the broom to bring drug to Liberia? We cannot fool Liberian people like this. At least for once, stand on something and show yourself. For once, even if relatives are involved, stand on this and show yourself. You told us corruption is cancer. Corruption is cancer. But we want to stay on the drug issue for all this long. And nobody's being accounted for. Nobody's being responsible. You're ready to do when you're ready to catch that music, a young man here who played music. Your 4-week investigation. That woman who you were carrying around yesterday. Or how many week investigation you did? Or when it comes to drug, that only poor people should suffer in your hand. But responsible people who supposed to be the real people, they're not supposed to suffer in your hand. And you expect people like Samson to come out here and defend you, defend the undefensible. Let me tell you right now, I got no shame for. If you're not careful with the drug business, you people must have bamboo with devour cola. Because I'm not going to sit down here and lie for anybody. Bamboo with devour cola. If you don't put yourself together. But then you don't say, who need you anyway? We don't need. Okay. You don't need me. You don't need me. That's fine. But I will be truthful on this platform. And the 167 people that follow me, they will hear my truth. How many people will get on the platform that come to listen to us? They will hear my truth. I will not lie for anybody. I will not lie for anybody. Whatever the evidence lead us, and I will continue to read. I will continue to peruse the social media. I will continue to read. Whatever information I get, I'm bringing it up. So Samson too is not going to hire anybody. Because I owe nobody nothing except to be truthful for the future of Liberia. And all of you got children. Many of you that work in the government, your children don't even live in Liberia. But what about us that got our grandchildren there? Our great grandchildren living in Liberia. Eh? What you want us to do? To sit down here and let you pollute the country? We're out of the war. And still, you want me to sit down here? It's raining right now. Go look at Monrovia. They're putting people on their bike. You see that 1950 something, 1940 something, 1930 something. They're putting people on their bike to walk the street of Monrovia because of the rain. You can't even clean your place. You can't. They gave up. The international partner gave you money. You can't even clean the place. They gave you money. You're not doing nothing with the money. How you will have the city of Monrovia that is above sea level and you are not able to drain that city? I still can't get it. I still can't get it. The city of Monrovia is above sea level. The only place in the whole Monrovia city area that is below sea level, that waterside area. But you can take a pump and pump the water from there and put it back into the Do River. I've been saying this here for almost 4 or 5 years now. You're not doing it. Everybody come in, they broke before coming in. By the time they leave in, they're rich. For what? There will be some radical Liberian will take power one day and they will go after your grandchildren there for the wealth that you are illegally getting right now. They will go after your grandchildren and say, "Come tell us how your father get rich." That is radical Liberian. And by that time we're all gone, but your family will they will suffer. You think you will take the money and go free? Radical Liberian. They're not going to go to war, but they will use the Constitution to press your children. How you get rich? Because the people they got proof. You come and declare assets. You got $10 in less than 4 or 5 years. You got $500,000. How? Where in the world you got $10 entering 4 or 5 years? You got over $500,000. So pretty much like $100,000 a year in Liberia. What kind of company you got? What is the merchandise that you're selling that Liberia are flocking to buy that making you and your family rich? Your thing, you do whatever you do from now to judgment day. Your children will pay. Your children, you're stealing right now. Your children will pay. You think you think Liberia will remain like this? You think Liberia will remain like this? Monrovia, you people are unable to clean the city. Monrovia, you people are unable to drain that city. But when they give you money to do those kinds of stuff, then you take the money somewhere else. Then we're talking about drug issue. You don't want the president to say anything. President Waka must not speak. And almost Jeremiah Kun, as young as he is, as young as Jeremiah Kun is, he should be pushing the line of liberation of the young people. The Liberian situation is very sad. You're going to have old men like me to speak for the young people? Let me bring in Walter Carter. Walter Carter, don't come to Tabataya tonight, I beg you. Because I'm really tip up with it. Walter Carter, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind? What's
Thank you,
going on?
Labro. Thank you, Labro. I don't know what you call don't come to Tapayata here tonight. Because same thing you're talking, when I say the same thing, it will bother you because it coming from, according to you, the wrong messenger. But these are the same thing that are bothering all of us. They're bothering all of us. And like I said, it's not about politics, it's about our leadership, the future of our children and
You see that
grandchildren
now?
and great grandchildren. That's what it's about. It's about people doing the right thing. Mr. Toll, yesterday I came across this video and I share it with even a security analyst, and he didn't respond to that. It's embarrassing, it's disgraceful, and it's complete mockery of our citizenry. When an innocent person or a common person, let's assume, were formed with weed, grass, opium is grown everywhere in Africa, in the world. It's grass. You can grow it, you plant it, you dry it, people drink it, people smoke it. Fine. They've been doing that for centuries and decades and whatever in Liberia, everywhere in the world. Okay. You're gonna go break somebody's house down. You say you found we in the present or you discover how you even got to know that we were in our present house. That you went, that the government gave you the right to move in and break somebody's house to the extent where the person was in the bathroom taking bath. You gotta break the house on them, they will come naked, and you got video recorder putting them on international wires. Disgracing womanhood, and this is not the first time from this. And I'm not being political, but I'm just speaking the truth here. This is not the first time to see people from the security apparatus doing these things. They naked people at the CDC headquarters, a lady, they strip her naked. They went to another place, they naked another woman, a police officer was beating this girl, strip her naked. And now we see another naked woman that have been disgraced and her friend who are advocating for her because of, according to them, they found weed or opium in her house and they broke the place down. You got somebody who is in the government who admitted that drugs were transported to his house, that drugs was left from his house to the airport. And now weed is a narcotic, is a substance of international interest, a substance that if we are not careful can create the kind of cartel we see in places like Mexico, Colombia, and other places, drug era of the world. For small country like Liberia, this drug, according to this individual, came from his house to the airport. We don't see security officer breaking down his home. We don't see him being manhandled. We don't see nothing happening, but this government is playing politics with it. Only the common person who is caught.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Walter Carter, are you with us? All right. Well, let's continue.
You can hear me
Walter,
now?
are
I'm
you?
here.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the bigger hands, people know them. One thing I've noticed about Liberia, you can mean it with certain things, but you can mean it with news. When Liberian men start to talk, even though some of the things can be far-fetched, but they are giving you smoke
I
and,
love this show tonight. I love
and
this show
fire
tonight.
there.
I coming. This show is my show. Don't come and interrupt here tonight. Walter Carter, are you done?
Go
And
ahead,
fire is
Edward.
there, and fire is fire, and the fire is under that. So what we're saying here today, when this thing started and we heard it, we got a tip. We got recordings that we share in this chat, in our chat room. I didn't hear the security analysts come on the platform to talk about it. When people names were called, some of the people names that were called in the video, they were the same names that the government put up. But some of the main hands, nobody calling up those people names because of the association with the power there be. Mr. Toll and the CEO, welcome. We
That you
cannot
don't
fight
want.
corruption.
Wait. Don't start talking
We
about that.
can
That you don't
liberal.
want
When
to
I
work
ain't
on
fight
anybody on the
liberal,
show.
liberal. Why you try to?
No, but you can't work on anybody on the show. Then you ready to start talking about
Liberal.
that.
I mentioned the CEO because I just called and so I have to tell you
Don't
welcome. I
even
think that
bother with him. He's a stranger
okay.
on the
So
show.
liberal,
Quiet.
progressive, liberal. So this is the thing here, right? We cannot fight corruption with corruption. We cannot act
Thank
like we're
you.
fighting corruption and corrupting our system. We must
Thank
fight corruption from a place of clean hands so that when we nail people,
and Mr. Clean is fighting along with you. Thank you. Let me welcome the CEO, Mr. So. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We're just having a discussion here. I am saying that the government need to do more. It's been more than 2, 3 weeks since this thing happened, and we cannot sit down. If the investigation is going on, who are those that are involved? Take off from one point, even if you're not going to go from point A to point B, but at least go to point C, and then you say we'll come back to point B. Let's hear from you, Mr. Soul.
Look, let me say good evening to the audience and thank you so much. Look, no matter of no amount of making yourself pitiful. I know your pa been dead long time, your mom been dead long time. So I am not going to cry 10, 15 years old cry think that you're going to act like a toddler here this evening to feel sorry for you. Look, you are a very dishonest old man. You trying to play like a victim here. We are the victim from the hands of you guys because we told you before we align. We warn you people that this guy was not in charge. Now you have come to the realization here this evening, oh, you're gone 2 weeks now, you're gone 3 weeks, and this and that. The people don't want the old man to talk. You need to stop that. That's been very, very dishonest. If you want to be honest with your audience, you need to tell them, look, I'm challenging my government. This old man needs to take charge. He is the leader. In your own word, and we do agree with you. A father of a land should play the role of a father of a land, not a father of a field. We were told yesterday that this country will be no green, no purple, no blue. But here we are. The country is heavily infested in drugs. And you come out here, you want to talk like a little baby here tonight, and you think we're going to have any sort of mercy on you? No, you're just in the wrong spot. And what this justice minister failed to realize, there is no any concession, there is no any major agreement in the Republic of Liberia that does not have the signature of the Attorney General, that is the Minister of Justice of the Republic of Liberia. Give me a break. And you're telling us, oh, people don't want the old man to talk because the old man don't want to talk all because his hand is caught in the coffee jar because it's right in his on his belt. So you as a strong supporter, if I were in your case, right? If I were in the case, and this is what set me apart from you and your Terry and the so-called security analysts. And when sometimes when Terry comes out of the shed, you try to suppress him or rescue too, so that he will empathize with you. I hope you're listening. Your people can call you, they can send you text, whatever they can send you. But I think this president continuing to demonstrate that he is not in charge. And someone, since the death of Sylvester Grisby, May anarchy has loose upon the executive marshal. So why can't you come out here and take the bull by the horn? And you want to act like you're playing victim. You are not a victim. We are the victim from you guys' hands. So we should be annoyed. You are happy. You're still trying to buy time, but it's good. It's better late than never. Now you are realized that it's gone 2 weeks, 3 weeks. How you guys want our country to be like? If this is the redemption that we were fighting for, that you guys were crying and screaming all around here to get us into this sort of mess that we found ourselves in, and you come here, you want to act like you are a victim? I am the victim, not you.
Thank you. Good evening, Terry. Rescue 2, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, we go.
What's on your plate tonight, sir?
Non-federal labor,
Yeah.
non-federal, and to the examiner.
Oh, you tell him a lot that you can't do. Can't hear what they are doing. That is a call language they are speaking in. Are you kidding me?
They say where's
Okay.
But good evening, man. Can I tell you, Pa? I don't know. I told you to take the picture down. You stay planning, jumping all over the place. But
my man don't got
we
that
are
friend yet.
here.
Put that.
So
Yeah,
we are
I
here.
look
We
so
want
sorry
to.
for tonight. The terror that I know, I mean, everybody like you
Yeah,
guys
I got
believe.
to talk about Rejection Hospital.
Oh,
We're talking about drop minutes. Got to
You
about Rejection
believe?
Hospital.
But the drugs is under investigation. What more you want again?
No, Carter cannot take. No, no, no. Hey,
I
Reverend.
thought
Mr.
Reverend.
So,
wait now.
let the man
Why can't
speak,
you
please.
say that the drugs should be under investigation? It's under investigation with time. In as much like I said, Mr. So, you remember on your show, I told you I gave them 3 to 4 weeks. And they are doing their best to see how best to bring the thing to bay. Until then, I think we need to give them chance. In my opinion, I know the opposition will take it and chew it wrong here and there, which that what they're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, it's in on an investigation. The drug issue, I know, is not like they have to do something because most of those airlines could end up putting some sanction on the plane flying to Liberia, and that could affect the government. I don't think they want to be in that position. So that's why I'm leaving them with the benefit of the doubt for them to solve the problem, which I know this government is responsible enough to do that. That's why I'm not bashing now until after 2 to 3 weeks. We have to give them chance on that note. That's just my opinion.
Thank you. Walter Carter, let me come back to you. For
Yes,
me,
liberal. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
all right, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Then you want to ask a question, right?
Yeah, but go ahead. Let's
So,
hear you anyway.
Captain,
So,
quickly,
um,
Leroy,
Hmm.
if you want, I can do a favor to take charge tonight. I don't think you look really, it's not a labor that I know. If you want, I can take charge and execute this program
Mr.
because
So,
we are on an obligation to allow the audience the need to know what is happening. I don't think you are able. This is not a labor.
that you would take charge before the true comer. That you would take charge before the true comer. I
All right,
beg you.
go ahead, Captain.
Go ahead, Walter Carter.
so thank you. The CEO said something when he came on about dishonesty, intellectual dishonesty. Terry just showed that clearly here tonight, and I will put hole into it, right? So
Well,
Terry
but
said something.
if it's dishonesty, how will you put whole into that?
I come in his statement. I want to open his
But
statement up.
dishonesty can be intellectual.
I want. Oh yeah. That way
My
you
first
guys
time
can. That way you
hearing.
guys. Oh yeah, intellectual dishonesty. That way you and the liberal
Okay.
exhibit all the time on his platform with it, even the security analysts and when they acquit intellectual dishonesty. That way you guys can be doing it. So this is what is happening, right? Terry said mentioned about airlines. It will be maybe airline will start putting sanction. Terry, news flash. Delta Airline has already sanctioned Liberia. No package will come from Liberia that will be placed on Delta Airline. Like the
Is
news that in town.
that the one you
That's the
want
news that,
boho in?
that the news, but you
Anyway,
you won't go into
Liver
that.
can
It's
give me.
saying you just skip over it because you don't want the people to know that this government now, this
Liver,
whole
can I
drug business
speak to
has
that?
claimed. I come in,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
whole
Let him
drug
finish.
business
Yeah.
has claimed international attention to the extent that international airlines now start distancing themselves from Liberia. What's going to happen next? People that are coming from Liberia on visiting visa or other visas or other things that they're coming to do, they will be scrutinized. They will be like they did to the Nigerians in the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. I don't know if they're still doing it. They will be scrutinized because of of drug trafficking that Liberia has allowed over the years. You understand? You understand? So it's going to be bad. And this is the place where this president, who the liberal, the terrorists, the Reverend Terry, and the likes of Akwe and all the other folks told us about. This man that has the integrity, this man that can make this thing better, to come and change it. This is the time for this man to act, to clear the name of Liberia and put Liberia back on the international scene. Like you guys said, he put Liberia on the international scene of record clean. Now
You
he
guys
finished making
talking
Liberia
about
record
again.
clean.
You
He
ain't hear
coming to
you,
make it
sir.
dirty again. You can hear me? Yeah, you're looking for a way to not hear me, liberal, but you can hear me.
He's hearing you,
I know
Captain.
you can hear
Speak.
me.
Go ahead.
Yes, I know you can hear me. So we have to be serious about these things. We have to tell the president, Mr. President, your justice minister is not powerful than you, even though he can disagree with you, but you have the final say. Mr. President, they say they drop in it is close to you. It's close to your inner cycle. Start to weed out the bad weed from among you so that tomorrow your legacy will remain. Mr. President, do not shield anybody because somebody in the hierarchy of your government came from your own mouth that the drug was sent to his house. Mr. President, what are we waiting for? Mr. President, you saw yesterday that the naked, they put on international wire a Liberian young lady, all right, who were accused of having opinion in your house. She was disgraced. Her house was broken down. Mr. President, you see all that. Do not shield those people who are bringing those kind of dangerous drugs in our society to kill our children and to harm our nation. Thank you, Liberal.
Thank you. Mr. So, let's hear from you. If you want to participate in the conversation.
Of course. Why? What are you talking about? If I want to participate, you think I'm here to be like a observer? I am not. And that's what Kato is saying. It's saddened. I know you guys are not happy tonight because you didn't anticipate me coming out here. But look, this is serious. And we need to take it serious. And this seriousness should start from the Oval Office, the government. The government does have a share into this thing. And they have the capacity. They may not have all of the resources, but they need to take these steps that will reassure, to reiterate, to make the citizen to know that, yes, our government is standing for us. So, are you trying to distract me?
No, I'm not. We're talking. Go ahead.
So if I'm talking, usually in this sort of war, if I'm talking, then you're supposed to feature me. Let me
I'm
get
putting. Why do I do the feature you? This is Rescue 2.
This is how biased. This is how biased
we're putting
you
Rescue
are
2
on this network. So now it's terrible because he's a patron. So you're featuring him for also, I don't know, but notwithstanding, I will look.
Rescue 2, you see yourself, right?
Look, you guys should be ashamed of yourself.
But Mr. So,
You should be ashamed.
I'm following.
I haven't seen this before.
Rescue 2, you know who this is?
Where?
The person on the screen right now.
I'm not even seeing this. I'm not seeing nobody. Let me look at my phone.
See, Ghana, like, okay, he's not even seeing whoever there.
I'm not seeing it.
Carry on, please.
You're showing it on the screen, but I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
All
right.
Because God doesn't like. Okay.
It's a distraction. It's a distraction, Mr. So.
I know his tactic that he deploys on this network here. But look, on a serious note,
is it a picture, Libra, or a video? Was it a picture or a video?
Yeah, it was a picture.
Oh, okay.
The time I was doing it in Minnesota, that picture you put also. But look, this thing have a long-term implication, and there are so much of factors and different things it comes with. Not just it's just beyond only the big boys making money, but the deficit, the implication it does have on society. Drugs, as a result of drugs, you can see the increase of community violence, fatality. You can see insecurity, mental damage. So what happened to that lady? So this is very serious. When you come on this network, LPR, Liberal, we know that you are a pro-government person. We are not against government. We are not a resisting force against government. But our job, our responsibilities as facilitators, as anchor of these major networks, we should be bold. We should be honest. Now, you and many others that you know, I'm not going to call name here, you're finding it very difficult to give interpretations of what's happening because while you're persuaded you'd never give the Liberian people the opportunity. You use your microphone, you use your live voices and influence the process, and people were not able to ask all of the tough questions. So now it left you with headache, it left you with embarrassment. And so all you guys doing every night on your platforms and on your podcasts, whether they are reverend, whether they are pastors, or whether they are men of God, whatever you're doing, you're just explaining and finding excuses. I'm giving you 2 weeks, I'm giving you 3 days. It's like A landlord and a renter now, I get one day, I get three month notice. Then I go to court, then the court say, no, you're trying to evict wrongly. So then it turns to 6 months. Look, this is a complete disaster. And what I expect you to do, you claim you profess to be Mr. Clean. What I expect you to do, not to come here and talk like a baby. You should speak like a man and hold your own accountable. But the tendency of you people protecting your own alligator. You know, when you come here to say, oh, the people don't want to do this, they don't want the old men to speak and this and that, that's just being very dishonest. They're not going to, the audience not going to buy into that. They're not going to listen. Only your Clarence David and other few people who in that tripartite association, they will listen to that. You're supposed to, tell them, come and be bold. Yes, there's nothing wrong with supporting people. But when you support someone and the confidence and trust you impose in that person tries to fade away, what I would do if I were in your case, I would come out. But you're giving the endless time lane. Oh, I can tell around. Who cares whether you lay down or you stand up? I don't at this point in time, because you know what? You're just gonna be who you are.
You finish? You finish?
I can carry on.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah,
So
I know you. Let me do you a favor tonight, Lebron. Let me handle this show.
you cannot handle
Let the
anything.
audience get the best sense of what
Are
is
you
happening.
done? Now, Mr. So, let me say this to you before I go to Culture. There's nothing
Hey,
here.
Mr. Star, welcome.
Or watching live from. Hey, Ari, how you doing, Chief? There's nothing here with respect to President Bakai that I should be ashamed of. Let me show you something, Mr. So. Let me show you something. I'll just show you briefly. And you will understand that we Liberians need to be grateful. Let me show you this. Very brief, very brief. You can't just come here and talk kind of nyama thing. They want us to say, oh yeah, the people this, the people that. No. We will show you. We will continue to guide you. When we come out here and say these things need to be carried out, we're speaking from a position of strength.
Six, we inherited a nation
This is
largely
President, former
reduced to rubble
Vice President
as a
Baka when
result
they
of
came
many
to
years
power.
of civil
Look at your
strife.
country.
Our economy
Look
collapsed,
at your country.
contracting to historical
And listen to
negative
her.
growth.
When they came to
An
power,
insurmountable debt burden
when
of
President
US
Baka and Madam Sali
4.7
came to power,
billion
look at your country.
constrained the fiscal space to
Look at
engender
your
growth.
country. Look at
Institutions were dysfunctional
the
and
liberal is
integrity
on. I didn't
institutions
stop
You are
anybody.
virtually
Please, when you are
non-existent.
talking, I don't say anything.
You
Listen.
We
are
inherited
completely
a
crazy.
bloated civil
Okay, whatever
service
it
that
is.
paid
Look
an
at your
average
country.
Liberal,
US
why you putting
$15 a
yourself outside
month
like this?
Look
and
at your
irregularly.
country.
The
When
roads in
President
our
Baka, I mean,
capital and
President,
other
former
parts of the
Vice
country
President Baka
were impassable
and Madam Sali came to
due
power.
to
Look at your
destruction of
country.
our hydroelectric plant
What is the correlation
and
with what we are talking
transmission and
about?
Oh, hold on, I
distribution
will
But
come
liberal,
to it.
systems.
liberal,
There
even
was no
going deep into
So then
this
why
electricity
you
stuff.
understand?
grid.
I come and mute
The
you.
people
I come
lacked
and mute you.
access to basic social services.
Here we go.
Schools, hospitals, and clinics were in ruins. Only a fraction of our children were in school and taught by unqualified volunteers. An estimated 51 doctors served a population of 4.5 million. The capital city's water and sanitation systems were destroyed. The state-owned University of Liberia was virtually closed, as were other institutions of higher learning.
Okay, let's take that out and let's hear some of your tabata. When President Wakai, this is why when we talk about 40 some more years experience, when he came into the government Republic of Liberia, this is what your country looked like. And this president, now that he's president, he has seen it all. The drug issue is a mess. We understand that. But we will not allow you to use this drug issue to try to distract us from the real thing,
Because you
which
don't
is
have
the
conscience.
Mr. So when you were talking in terms of that, I see you want us to know that you don't want to turn it on to me. So let me talk. You can't come here and take the drugs issue to distract them from real thing, which is okay. All right, okay. Mr. Harry, let's give Mr. Harry a few minutes here.
Call my number,
No, no,
Harry.
no. You're not calling your number. You call your number, then he won't get no update that your show before they will call your number. Mr. Harry, hold on. Let me put your picture up, and then you can call my number. I will call you. Let me put your picture up. Let me put your picture up. People they always come here and they think say we don't have history. We have history.
Libra,
We will
your
beat you
own
by
history,
history.
brother. Your own history, brother, Jenna. A whole emotional thing.
Wow.
You
But
say,
we'll talk about let me put him in the bike. You don't
what you
want
putting the
to
bar for?
because you don't want to enjoy your show. Give me the chance. I will open up for you.
You
We'll talk
intolerant. You're not
about we don't
tolerant.
have you and myself with it.
Kato just gave him chance. The woman will expose himself more and more
We'll talk
tonight.
about you and myself. We ain't got no debate on this thing here. This is what I put a young man picture yesterday.
I hold another picture that I
Don't
said.
worry about it. Don't worry.
I hold that your I hold that your
Don't,
own thing. Okay, so
don't
I
worry about
hold
it.
the way you put it up.
Don't worry about what I
You
put
don't
on.
get my approval.
What proof of where. I'm gonna put my own LPR person picture out there. I'm gonna say I get approval where approval to who. Oh, but what a picture, Mister. Oh, okay. That sounds into. Why were you gonna make yourself look so embarrassed? There we go. There we go.
Courtesy of who?
Courtesy of myself, sounds into. What courtesy of who?
Oh man, you're disgrace. Oh my
Courtesy of
goodness.
something too. Uh, 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 Give me a call, Roland. Let me call Roland right now. Roland, let me call you so you can give us an update before we go on with our usual tabata here. If you could, we're running a
Kata, just hold your peace. They old man when they want to escape tonight. No escaping tonight.
No, he
We're not
escaping.
escaping. We're
we're
on the
here.
escape.
We're here to do something good here, the country. Here we go, Mr. Harry. Are you there? Hello. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you again tonight. Give us an update of what you know and what's going on in your neck of the woods.
We're not hearing him.
That now you're trying to hear
Not
him.
hearing you, liberal.
You're not supposed to hear him. We only rescue two of myself supposed to hear him now, yo. Go ahead, Aris, please.
To all panelists on the show tonight, it's a pleasure to be here. Quick update about the LDA. Remember, on the 26th of June, was declared as International Drugs Day, and for grain debt detachment was observed on Monday, which was the 29th. So during that particular program, the LDA grain debt detachment announced that they had confiscated drugs worth of over 52,000 US dollar, according to their statistic, and those drugs included the 343.54 kilogram of marijuana, and 241 gram of coach, 158.8 gram of cocaine, and 3,992 trauma pills, that of 413.7 gram of prescription substance. So those were the statistics that the LDA gave out to the public on that particular program. And remember, each time they talk about Drugs Day, that's the quarterly event that they do many across the country, the entire drugs that they arrest on a particular day and will be burned. And so they go money we are saying that they announce it. And then when you convert it into Liberian dollar, it will be around 10 million Liberian dollar worth of drugs. I destroyed it on Monday. So we were there to cover that particular event and witness the drugs burning also. So as part of the LD effort to safeguarding the country in terms of combating drugs, this exercise was Monday.
I see. Okay, how about and when that happened? What was the reaction of the citizens of Grand Gila County, Zotro specific? What were the DA were they working in collaboration with the county officials and the city officials as well?
So yes, we in that particular gallery we saw the local authority representative, we have representative from the AFL, the immigration, the EPA, NIS, like fire service, and all other security agencies. A joint security agency were part of that meeting. The RMP were there. But what we continue to be hearing is this particular misreaction from the citizens, especially the PK case that is currently in Liberia. That is the 19 million drugs cocaine case. So you will be hearing a lot of citizens reacting differently. Some are saying, well, it's welcoming, but others are saying, why go after those petty drugs cases when you have the 19 million cocaine case that have no head, no tail? Citizens are yet to know who are those that are importing those particular drugs. So running after those local substances, though is important, but equally so 19 million worth of drugs is something worrisome. And up to now, the public is yet to be updated of those involved. So others are employing the LDA for such a step, while others are also demanding accountability about this particular drugs at the RIA.
One more
So you have misreaction from the citizen.
Thank you. One more question before I turn it over to the rest of the panel, and that is, was there statement made from any of the official government officials that were present during the burning of these narcotic drugs? Was there any statement made by those officials, and was there a statement made by the county official and the city official? And then the last one is, where were they drug apprehended anyway? Was they apprehended in Zwadru, or they were apprehended all over southeast?
So talking about the apprehension, those particular drugs is a county was, especially around Zwadru, like those various districts, towns. There were they confiscated those drugs from, but it's not a specific area. Each time they do an arrest or raiding, they will keep that particular drugs and then for the international day they bring it out and then burn it. So it's not specifically about Zwadru alone, but the entire county. So on our program, we listen to a lot of speeches. Local authorities spoke, reaffirming their commitment to supporting the LDA in terms of combating those illicit drugs in the county. And also, we listen to all of joint security agency reaffirming their support for LDA. And one of those agencies that was shocking to everybody was the EPA, because the director of the EPA said that according to their law, the EPA don't need any court warrant to enter anywhere to carry on their work. So they will collaborate with the LDA.
Did you say, I don't mean to interrupt, that the EDA boss, LDA boss said that they don't need court order to enter anybody?
The EPA said their own workings, they don't need a court warrant to go anywhere to do their work. So if the court is delaying to issue the LDA court warrant, they can probably pass through the EPA, to accomplish that particular court warrant rating exercise. Okay. So that was a remark that he made.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, Roland, thank you. Let me ask the panelists one question each.
Yeah, I have a question. I have a question for him.
You're just coming in. Let's go down the line here. Let's go ahead and go to Walter Carter. You have a question.
Thank you, Roland, for that excellent reporting. I don't know what is a question I asked, but I think the EPA cannot go into people's home. The EPA is a regulatory entity that can go and regulate as far as environmental concern and environmental protection.
If you want to challenge,
Libro, no, I'm not challenging you.
Okay, you don't have a question.
Libro, I will not educating our audience.
No. We'll come back. That type of conversation will happen when he's waiting, like, bro. We can't keep him on here and try to educate.
I'm gonna let the premise to ask my question, Libro. Okay, go ahead.
I ask you, what is your question? 1 minute, please.
Yeah, but give me let my premise now.
No premise. Ask your question. He waiting, like, bro. He's using your data.
Okay, Roland. No question. Good reporting. I'll wait for you to do.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Terry. Any question?
Well, I just wanted to know whether what does the situation look like in Liberia when it comes to this drug saga?
Terry,
how is the atmosphere? How is people responding? What is the view?
Terry wants to know, what is the atmosphere look like when it comes to the drug saga? What are the people responding? What exactly people are talking about?
So, like I said, many people are in and many people are against, having different view about this particular drugs issue, especially with the biggest drugs case in the country, the 19 million drugs. And you bringing 52,000 worth of illegal drugs, while you have 19 million drugs case that have no understanding. All are have reacting to it differently. All are praising the LDA, while all are demanding accountability from the LDA in terms of the 19 million drugs. So you have diverse view from citizens in the country.
Thank you.
So do you, a follow-up question, Mr.
Yeah, go ahead.
So do you think that the government is losing credibility on the front of the drugs issue, the 19 million? Do you think that the government seems to be losing credibility in the eyes of the people?
Do you think in the eyes of the people that the government is losing credibility when it comes to the $19 million drugs issue? Terry's question.
Like I said, what we've been hearing is that the government is taking their own time in terms of investigating these particular cases, though they are named person of interest, suspect, all of this stuff. But what they are doing is taking their own time, following all of the steps in terms of making sure that whenever they announce you that, oh yes, you are indicted, they will not be able to lose that particular case. So I think they are being very careful in terms of not losing this case. So they are taking their own time.
Thank you. CEO, let's come to you, and then we'll go to get wrapped up.
Look, Roland, anytime you speak on this network, it just brings me to the fact of the quality work that we are doing. Quality is better than quantity. Look at grant these people clemency. They are completely disoriented. They are confused. They don't know what they are doing tonight. They are disturbed. So they want to do everything to cause that distraction. But let me
What
just get
is
to the
your
point.
question?
Yeah, I know.
All
I know you
all I
want to
start addressing you doing that, not the
you
issues.
want to give me
What is your
that.
question?
So, Lord, Roland, and just what you said, what I want to know, and you really put it into context. Were there people apprehended, and who are those people, and what are they telling security forces? All these
I
guys,
mean,
they're burning things there to
which
get
one?
high. They
The
just
90
getting high.
million, the 90 million drug case, or the one in Granada where people apprehended?
I'm talking about Grand Gita. They
Okay, in
want to talk
Granada,
about
the
it.
drug case in Granada. What people were people apprehended? What are they telling the drug
Who are
company?
those people? So you want
Who
to
are
be
those
interpreter?
people?
So, according to the commando, Mr. Special Agent Milton Howard said, um, in the year honor review from the LDA angle, they were able to arrest 24 persons, prosecuted full while the balance rest are still on court decks. So each time another court, a term of court open, they're going to ensure that those cases be on the docket, but they are forwarded to court 24 cases, who have been prosecuted, and 20 are on court docket.
So the four that have been prosecuted, what is the result? Were they found guilty or not guilty?
Yeah, they were found guilty.
Okay.
They are serving their jail term.
Okay.
Currently, I will speak
All right.
according to the.
Thank you. One more question, and then we'll take leave of you. I know it's kind of late over there. Let's hear from you, Akwe. 1 minute, please.
Yeah.
Your
So,
question is after 1 minute total.
yeah. So, I mean, for me, I'm going to eat in a different pot and not going to the drug side. For me, I want to know since 2005, that's 2005, I observed that the CDC has been winning massively in Grand Gita County Zulu whiskey. I mean, giving it 80%, in some instances, maybe 90%. And so, what can we say that the people of Grand Gita can say we can beat our chest? We see George Weah as our son. This is what he has done for us, and the rest of it. So, you being a journalist there, what can you say? What I mean, maybe your
What
own
can you say
assessment.
since 2005,
Your
Grand
own assessment.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me pass it on now. Since 2005, Grand and Grand have been giving their vote to CDC and President Weah. What you as a journalist, what can you contribute that to?
And moreover, will they have the same support again in 2009?
Thank you. And do you think that's going to happen again 2009? Let's hear from you. Thank you, Ekwe. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Roland.
So the political landscape in Grange, is continuing to be changing on a daily basis. The 2005 of Grenadians voting CDC, 2011, 2017, up to 2023, it's not the same 2000, the citizens or Grenadian that you'll be expecting 2029 because of the party that they voted for, supported through the years when it came to power. Some fear that they were neglected, and some fear that some promises made wasn't fulfilled. So we expect a different change come 2029 in terms of how they're going to support the CDC this time around. So we cannot determine how it's going to be there, but the political landscape, the kind of way proceeding now, I don't think CDC will be favored in terms of how they will favor in past elections.
Thank you, Harris. Thank you very much. I think to ask you to be a crystal ball here, he himself is a seasoned journalist. I think this is intellectually dishonest question. to be honest with you, because he knows you don't ask general a question to look into the crystal ball of future endeavor. However, you did your best, and I'm very pleased that you were able to intellectually educate us on that. Thank you very much, Harry. Please don't hesitate if you have any. But before we take leave of you, well, let me ask you this question before that. Grand University, which you're part of, is it a 4-year program now, or is still 2-year program?
So, in Grand University will be coming up with a graduation this year, and currently they are running a full year a BSc program.
So everyone
so
that gonna so after this coming graduation will be BSc program graduating.
BSc.
Okay.
Because
BSc.
those graduates that are coming up will be EE. So after this graduation, any graduation now will be BSc.
Thank you. Before we take leave of you here tonight, is there anything else that perhaps you want to elaborate, talk about, or state that we were not able to ask you?
So one of these issues that continue to be in the ears of Nigerian is those mixing children that we reported some part of last month. Up to now, we haven't hear or gotten update from those parents or local authority. The search is still ongoing. We put that on this particular platform.
Right.
And so another one was, apart from those two individuals, according to the motorcyclist president here, there are 8 cyclists who also got missing in different years, 2024, 2025, and up to 2026. So these are search that is still ongoing, and we expect this coming Thursday, the president will be having a press conference to address the public, update them about those particular issues.
Okay.
So from that press conference, we can know how we're reporting what you said.
Thank you. Please join us on Thursday and try to enlighten us, give us an update of what is happening in Zulu Whiskey. We want to thank you very much, Rona. I know it's kind of late on that side. Please be careful. Continue your study. You'll soon be done. And then you can try to put pepper in some of our gari and whatever it is. But we want to thank you very much, Rona. We really, really appreciate the kind of work you're doing. Mr. CEO, you want to say something to Roland before he take leave of us? Yeah?
I mean, like I said, I'm always proud of his objective reporting. It speaks to the fact, being very professional, and that's what we want our people to do.
Yeah, because it means that question, I'll tell you that I am business, but he's a professional. That's why he answered the way he did. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean that's it. Roland, thank you so much for that. So we want to come back to take care of these guys.
Okay.
Accurate, deliberate questions with the sole purpose.
Mr. Soul, let the liberal and the board chair say thank you to Roland. Roland, thank you very much, and we'll take leave of you now. I know it's kind of on a very serious note. I know it's kind of late out there. Thank you for your reporting, and be careful, and you guys take care of yourself. Thank you, and we'll say good night to you, sir.
It's my pleasure always.
Thank you. Again, folks, that was the voice of Roland Harris, one of the young men, the Southeastern reporter of LPR, who were recruited by the CEO, who also continue to do a wonderful
by
job.
The institution.
Mr. Soul, let me make my statement. We're recruited.
No, don't mislead people.
What am I saying that is wrong?
It's the institution of how he recruited, not me.
You recruited a man in the interest of the institution because you're head of the. I say you. Who are you to recruit somebody? I say LPR CEO.
Okay,
Mr.
let's go ahead.
No, but don't try to muddy the water here. And so with the board acquiesced, the board agree, the board give the CEO the permission to go out. And the only time the board don't give CEO permission is the kind of people you bring on the platform, the flagajay them, bring them on the platform, they call themselves independent. That's the one the board gonna start the investigation. How people like Walter Cutter ended up on this platform, how people like Dr. Mali ended up on this platform. We're gonna have to do an investigation. So anyhow, thank you very much. The show is over, my people. Yo, good night to all of y'all. I think this has been a wonderful, wonderful show. Let's hear from you, Akwe. Let's hear from you,
The
I
show what?
mean, yeah, are
Mister
we
So.
closing?
No, no, no. We're gonna continue the show. The
Okay.
audience still gonna be. They know the liberal is pulling their leg. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you, Akwe. We'll come to you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So let me see if I can. I mean, I can strike on a bit on the drug situation. And since June 9, and since the drug bust of June 9, we are seeing, public clamor. We observe, I mean, mixed reactions from Liberians. We see Liberians pounding on the government to come up with information. And we saw President Barker addressing the country and as per what is it that he was
Let me
going to
ask you
do.
this.
And
Now you
and,
brother,
and
let me ask you, hold on. Let me ask you, and you got 30 seconds to answer. You think the president doing good with the drug issue?
and I think the president, I mean,
Okay,
is,
no,
is
that's
doing
no.
well, but it's
That's
somehow
no.
slow.
If you're gonna think, then that means that no. Let me go on to Walter Cutter. No, the president not doing good. That's what you say. Let's go to
Yeah,
Walter.
I mean,
No, no, if
you
you're
said
gonna
30
say to
seconds.
say I think, that means the president is not doing good because the
Okay, the president is a bit slow on
you
it.
okay, but why will you say you think you came out here the very first day you appear on this network, you say you are the fanatic of President Wakai. And now we're asking you a common question, and you're gonna say you think why a fanatic what a fanatic suit? You're gonna leave it behind?
So the
Yeah,
president is a bit slow on on
okay,
on,
all
on the
right.
drug situation.
Thank you for your honesty. We appreciate that. Walter Cutter, let's hear from you, and then we'll go around the room.
So
Then I'll
liberal, so liberal. I was saying to our reporter over there. I mean, he did a splendid reporting and enlightening our audience and informing them, and then his articulation was on point.
that you will
He,
that you will know through
liberal,
your
liberal,
articulation.
liberal.
No, but
Give
you're
the
not talking to the
independent.
to the issue.
Give the
We're not
independent.
asking you to give us some kind of accreditation or whether giving some kind of
Liberal, we're
medal
not
here.
talking about your quasi journalistic, the man
I
speaking
am the true
journalistically.
journalist on this
And
whole
we're
platform.
talking about that thing telling the
Hold on.
truth.
No, I am the true journalist on the whole platform. I studied my journalism in total. So please
Good.
don't try to waste my time. Go ahead, Walter Carter. Yeah, man. You gotta make people say all kind of things. Go ahead.
So I mean, I heard him say that the EPA, and that's the information I wanted to put out there. The EPA said that because of the slow pace of the government or the security or the code to give people warrant to go into people's homes and bust drugs and all that thing, the EPA has the authority. They don't have to even go to court. I agree, but the EPA function is different from that of the drug people. The EPA can go and regulate. So they say the EPA went somewhere they were fixing car and they were wasting antifreeze on this ground. The EPA ain't gotta go get such warrant. The EPA can move in there. The EPA could go to mining sect area where people putting mercury in the water and move right in there. But the EPA cannot go into somebody's house to bust somebody's house to take drugs from there. They have to get such warrant
Let me let
and all
me
that.
let me
And so
let me
let's educate
interrupt.
our people in that
Let
because it
me
will cause.
interrupt you on a
I
very
just helping.
serious
I
note.
just helping
On
the
a very
government.
serious note. So
Yes.
Walter Carter, just hold on 1 minute. On a very
Yes.
serious note. I heard that myself. And I think it's very dangerous for the DEA to try to use the liberal usage of EPA trying to do an investigation. The court and the law were very specific and very intentional when they gave EPA that ruling to say you can go with some places without court order, because EPA job when they go to do the investigation, environmental investigation, and things like that, those are things that can be cleaned up and hide evidence very quickly, very easily. So, but for the DEA to say they will use the liberal use of no warrant search of EPA go through, that's very dangerous. And I think those EPA or even the EPA director or whoever it is that will allow that, it's bad. But then again, it's in Liberia, because if you do that kind of law breaking and law foolishness on this side, they will sue you, and the person who will sue you will be a millionaire overnight. But who you will sue over there in Liberia? So go ahead, my
Yeah,
brother. It's a
and
thanks
this
to
and
what
this and
we're
this
talking
is the
about.
thing. I think the people getting wise if Roland can be in that part of the country, and Roland can understand the system and all that kind of thing. So you got people who sit not even there that way top notch smarter than Roland that can understand too. They will say no, the EP ain't got no right, and it will cause the decline of they trying to reinforce the crackdown
That's how
on
you
drugs
talk about a dictator.
in
Go ahead. Go ahead.
in a society. So look, and I will look as I'm reading from your rescue tree. You know the function of EPA. You know nothing about EPA. So let him sit down in your corner there and talk about
Who,
that. So
who
let
don't
go
know anything about APA?
the rescue three. You know nothing about he questioning me if I know something about EPA, what EPA functions are. So look, let's go back to this issue of the drug in our society. Like I said, liberal, we should come forceful. We should be strong about it. It's no if and it's about all other crimes in Liberia. That's why I don't like when we polish. When you asked me question yesterday concerning embezzlement, misappropriation, and I see you making the thing look fine. Call it thing stealing. It's not misappropriating. It's stealing. Willful stealing, deliberately stealing from Liberian people to keep them down. These are the things the people do. You understand? We should call it for what it is. You cannot go into another person's home, break it down, the woman taking by you, bring her outside naked, pour her on international wires, videotaping her, telling her you will be all like rebel, you do this to her. But a man in the government, that woman, the amount of drugs that are in her, according to them, this allegedly drugs that they found in her that will few maybe wrap of marijuana, whatever was it. I don't even know if it's even like $50 or $25, ain't no value. But you found somebody who say $20 million drugs was transported to my house. It was taken from there and carried out, taken to our airport. And you tap that person and plead with them like you plead baby because that person is top notch or way up there in government.
Thank you.
Or
Thank
and,
you.
that's the hypocrisy we talk about
Thank
in
you,
fighting these
Walter
kind of aids in
Carter.
our society.
Thank you. Thank you very much. See you. Let's hear from you on this. If you care to continue to carry out this conversation, or you have another route you want to take, we will go with that as well.
We will stick on this.
Because
All,
you're
all
losing
attend.
the reason.
Hold on one
I'm
second.
trying to give you a realm off of intellectual realm off. But
The
you're losing the battle on this drug business. You got nothing to hold on here. So I'm trying to help. But if you want to carry on, go ahead. It's you. Go ahead.
you're just not safe in your own talking point here tonight. No matter of excuse, deliberate tactics deployed by you guys and your supporter. Aqua knows better. Aqua action tonight was deliberate. It was on purpose. He came purposely to change the conversation and where CDC this and that. Look, we are not top loss around here. Liberal, you and your fans, that sort of mouse and cat game that we're not going to be playing. Address the issue straightforward. That's your job as one of the chief angles of this network. I think your actions every day continue to show that sooner or later I want to ask Keto to lead the charges of putting the retirement program in place, and perhaps maybe Terry or somebody else can be the article angle here.
as long you bring the money
this is
if you bring the money comparable to my retirement, my 18, 19 years of service to LPR,
no, we're
and
not
pay
getting
me.
19. We probably not getting 19 million or they are 19 million job. We don't have that amount yet. But look, what is happening in the country is sad. The society, this is it's a recipe for community violence. It's not just only they shouldn't just only think about what's going to go in their pocket because eventually these drugs go in a market out there and people are going to consume them. And what happens? You're going to have people mental breakdown. It's just bad. With all whatever thing we can talk about here, but this is a serious problem. And you should be ashamed of yourself to show the video that you were showing here. This president now, who was then vice president, millions of dollars was invested in the Helen Johnson Sirleaf government, which of course he was then vice president at the time, also involved in decision making. Today we yet to know the rehabilitations and the integration process. And for you to come back here to dig up our old wounds, trying to distract us, that's embarrassing. You should stop that. I don't know why Terry is not speaking to it. And James Akwe will never speak to it because all of you in the same basket of deplorable. You come here to be the fixer. You come here to always reconstruct the crime scene. You come here to always remove people who are part of the crime scene, who needs to be fingerprinted and taken into custody. You remove them from the scene and you go out there and bring ordinary people who have nothing to do with it. And then you come here tonight, you sound so pitiful, and you think we're going to buy into that? Hell no, that's not going to happen. I challenge you, before this program comes to an end, and Terry giving endless time frame, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, he can tell us where his time starts from and when is the end time. So when we come here after 1 month, 3 weeks again, then he start again another 3 weeks. After coming here, taking you back to CDC, where CDC, who you think going to win election? That's not what we're talking about here. We are talking about the pollution, how the country has been heavily infested, and the GOL is not doing anything. And Samson on the other end coming here to tell us, oh, the people don't want him to talk. Who people don't want him to talk? And it's the people that he put there. So who should make him? He's supposed to talk.
Like I said, thank you very much, Mr. Soul CEO. Like I said, I will not take you guys for granted. Because I know your sedition, you're very smart.
There we go.
You come out here. I played a video to tell you what the country was, the kinds of hole we were in when President Bakai, then Vice President Bakai, and Madam Sirleaf took us from. Let me show you. Then you come in here instead of letting the dead dog lie. No, you're not gonna do it. You come in here to resuscitate the dog again. And let me show you what happened to our millions of dollars that the international community. Let me show you. Terry, give me a minute. I will come to you. Let me show you what happened to your money. I'll show you what. Hold on,
in the interest of fairness, whatever you're going to be playing, tell me how many citizens were integrated, how many citizens were rehabilitated.
I will help you. But let's play this. I'll show you what the country was when Madam Sirleaf and former President Bakai came and took it. Now look at what they took it 12 years later. Look at this.
Over the past 12 years,
2.5 million
we have changed the situation and environment locally and internationally. We have changed the international image of a pariah state to one of recognition for an important role in regional and global matters. We kept the high level of civil servants, increased their salaries by over 600%, and paid them on time. We reconstructed our hydroelectric plant to provide electricity to the communities in Greater Monrovia. The expanding electricity grid has already brought power to 5 counties: Nimba, Grand Jide, Maryland, Montserrado, and Mount Kibi now enjoy grid electricity. We have secured funding to expand our electricity grid to Bomi, Bong, River G, and Grand Bassa counties for an additional 100,000 connection of homes and businesses. With over 800 kilometers of primary and tertiary roads constructed, our administration has completed more roads than all past administrations combined. Our primary road from Monrovia now reaches the Ghana-Guinea border. We have completed the Buchanan Highway, started works on the Fishtown-Harper Highway, and secured the resources for the paving of a highway from Banga, Bong County to Konya in Lofa County. We have also constructed primary bridges to replace the collapsed or aged ones and made significant progress on the pavement of streets and communities in the capital city, Monrovia. Today, the free port of Monrovia, which was closed to collapse in 2006, is now an International Shipping and Port Security ISPS certified port. The free port of Monrovia can now boast of a brand new marginal wharf of 600 meters long, as well as a new fuel unloading facility. Buchanan and Sino ports, once non-functional, are similarly under improvement. Our international airport, Roberts International Airport, will finally be up to standards with a repaved runway and a new terminal building to open mid-2018. We have constructed over 300 new schools and renovated hundreds of others. The 3 rural teacher training institutes are operational again and have trained over 6,000 professionals.
I don't want to ruin your night.
So
You asked
Lego,
for it. This is we going by standard here. You don't just get up because your emotional get erupted by my video. You're going to come out here and want to inject yourself into it. Terry,
Lego, what
let's
I'm
hear.
about to
No,
say,
it's not
it
your
will stir you
time.
up.
Wait for your
Terry, go
time.
ahead. Go
Wait for
ahead.
your time. Wait for it. Terry, let's hear from you, my brother.
Yeah, this is why the people gravitated back to the Ellen regime, which was the Unity Party by voting JMB because of what you just displayed. That is what we call responsible government.
Yes.
But the people now want to know, after we have elected you, what are you doing now going forward? That's what the people are looking at. All of those displays are very good, I support it, but now it's JMB's time. They account.
What happened to Terry internet? What happened? What
Oh,
happened? What happened? What happened to Terry internet? Let's try again. Let's see if he's gonna come.
Oh, they can't hear me.
Rescue 2, can you hear me?
Yeah, they
What
were
happened?
put me in the garage.
What happened to your internet over there,
No,
so that
I
you
was
can
driving somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's
man.
how the,
Yeah, my
that's how
internet
the,
trip.
You
My
that's how
are.
the
internet just
dictator
trip.
get the dictator get operated because you know if someone when you
But so this is what it is, bro. You know,
wow.
this is what it is. But here's the thing. Keto said
Yeah.
that they plea, Keto say no more they coming to Liberia because blah blah blah. But
No,
I've
I
been
said no.
searching, I coming now. I've been searching here for more than almost hour now since you guys
Oh,
been talking. And we can see the data, an official statement from Delta Airlines. We don't see it. Kenta, so I don't know where you got your information from. But I'm yet to see the official statement from Delta Airlines stating that they have set an embargo on cargo shipping to Liberia and from Liberia. So where you got your Babati news from? You got to tell all where you get it from because this is FPR. We got a lot of people watching us here and all of that. You understand, eh? So these are the things, you know, and so I don't see it. I'm looking to see all those things are on the basis of speculations. But to the issue of what Mr. So stressed on in regards to the investigative processes, I am in support of the government investigating properly. right? This particular saga, and not just to be on a side by here and there and all of that. So my position was the government should what? Have people arrested, suspend people as we have seen the president done. President has suspended people on allegations of the drugs allegation, which was major steps. Those were my concerns that made me to come up to say this is what I expected the president to have done. And also to preliminarily come up with a press conference giving the people assurance of investigation, because we are aware that these cases are not ordinary cases to just be my handle than any kind of case. Now, you see, crimes have levels. You cannot compare a man smoking one joint in his room when arrested to a man trafficking $19 million worth of drugs. The two of them cannot be treated the same. It's almost like the Epstein file in America here. You don't you see how long it's taking for those in the Epstein file to be revealed, even though the legislature have voted that the Epstein file be exposed. But you see how long the government is taking to expose these things because of the caliber of people involved and the level of crime committed. This is how responsible government deal with issues that are of international value. So I think the government is approaching it meticulously, which I expect for them to do. You understand? Eh? So in my opinion, let us give them chance to bring these people to book. They will do it because they have to, otherwise there will be consequences. That's just my opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Meticulously, contemplatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from my end, yeah.
When you call you Yale fanatic, you got to wear your when he coming to your AU. But let's hear from you. Let's hear from you, my brother. Folks, the number is out there. The rule here, the rule you guys know, you can be in the middle of whatever beautiful statement you're making. If anybody call, we will park you while we take the call. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like Terrence, I also believe that the president is not just blowing hot air, on the issue, on the drug situation. And I see the president being pragmatic somehow. And we saw the going or the suspension.
Did you say fragment?
No, I say pragmatic. We see the president taking actions. Yeah. We see the president taking action, and we see the going of Paul King and Fanuka. And somehow when it comes to security dealing with the situation, we can also say that somehow the leadership of the country has been somehow slow on the matter, because by now, really, state security should have sufficient information to come up with, so that we'll get more names, so that we'll get more indictment. And Libra and every one of you listening to me right now, when I said I love the United Party, I want the United Party to be re-elected. So I should be able somehow, sometime, to pinch them, to push them, so that they can be able to do better. The public relation around the drug bust, yes, especially from the security end, it's not too sweet. It's not too good. This is why two senators from the Liberal Senate, Amara Conan and Snow, they are requesting heads of joint security apparatus in the country to be able to appear before the Liberal Senate to be able to answer some question. Is that a good thing? Of course, yes, because they will be able to give us information that we will be able to, that the public, will say, yes, at least the government is trying to do this, the government is doing this, and somehow too, maybe the government may be slow in acting because they don't want to go to court again, like the situation of the $100 million drugs, where all the people were just set free. So in some instances, we may say that they are a bit snail on the situation because they want credible information. They want to come out with sufficient information that will hold people that the likes of Alfonso
so, and Keto and others will say, yes, this government is trying. Liberians made no mistake when they elected this government. We want the likes of Alfonso So to begin to sing those songs, and it's not too hard. And once we see them doing the right thing, we will compare them, we will push them to be able to sing that song. We should not play with the drug issue. Let's not politicize it because it tends to damage and destroy, somehow the country. And we really do not want that. Thank you so much.
Liberal, I gotta run. Let me just, if you can.
All right, give us your
or
closing.
you want to put a dictator
Give
hat,
us your
that's
closing.
fine.
We're gonna be closing anyway. Give us your closing, guys. The
Yeah,
number
let me
is
go.
out here. When I take it out, I'm not taking phone call again.
Look,
The dictator is in charge tonight. You know that.
look, Sly, Esther, we're not going anywhere. Tonight again, the liberal proved himself how skillful he is, and any engineer, they are very skillful people. So he populated these videos with the sole purpose to come and change the narrative here tonight. But he didn't tell us on the other flip side, the 2.5 million from Nukai, whether the vice president then take responsibility. He didn't tell us to say whether the vice president was still packed in the garage, whether he agreed with Helen packing as he alleged. We don't know all of the details. He has no memoir to tell her exactly what really went on in their place. But here is the thing here before I leave. This is
Rescue 3. Just hold on 1 minute. Let the CEO wrap up because he's leaving now.
Yeah, because I don't want to, because the other Tabata coming here, I don't want to have a late night headache here tonight because with the other so-called rescue. But look, we will have this sort of conversation. James Akwe, Terry Collins, rescue, outside child, what he need. I don't even want to call his name. Look, we'll continue to have this conversation. We are not against the government. We want our government to succeed, but we need honest government. Don't tell us yesterday that you're going to do it. And just in less than a short period of time, to have all of this. So it's sort of very, very disappointing that folk like you and Akwe, who knows better, and they will come here to always reconstruct and read anything that we're not going to talk.
You know that. Now you in July. Now you in July. Are you already?
Keto, we had a very good night. Tomorrow night is a night of liberty. It's a night of redemption. It's a night of freedom.
We're all going to be here.
So we're going to allow them to talk. We're not going to sanction people.
Thank you.
We are not dictator. We're never going to be dictator. Liberal, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know it was a rough night, but just go and get your ghost soup and you'll be fine, okay? And thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you for all what you do.
I can't wait. July 26th behind you. Think we Rescue 3. Let's hear from you. Take us home. Rescue 3. You can't run away again.
How you doing?
Thank you. The detector is in me tonight. Let's hear from you.
The detector is really operating tonight.
I'm telling you.
Man, that's so good. I want to get that. I'm not really, but I said no, I didn't. It's kind of interesting the topic on the discussion is very interesting. But I really want Mr. Toe or Terry want to log into the U.S. Embassy on the West Side and the statement that was issued by the Shashi affair by the U.S. Embassy yesterday when they met with the National Police, the IG yesterday. The ambassador in the Shashi affair, they said they congratulated the Liberian National Police and the Liberian State Security for the level in which they are handling the drug case, because they are working in line with the international security forces to bring the case to an end. And they praised the government, they praised our security center yesterday. There's an error when I read it a second time, because the first time the Shashi affair issued a statement was to the DA, and yesterday the same statement was issued to the Liberian National Police. But where everyone are being eager and getting to find a solution to the error, it's a time, because I can remember they said drug is not biddable. And the fellow that the drug was caught in the house, they made a method that the drug was in the house. The goods were in the house. Why it is that today the government have not had him arrested? There were everyone that was concerned. Because if there is not available, and the fellow who the drug was taken from his house, he admitted that the drug came from his house. Why it is that he's still working free? But it's well known to the security. I know what they are doing. I don't know it, but we all are concerned because this issue will not address properly. It will destroy the image of the government.
And it will bring us down.
Yeah, bring us to our knee. We would have talking about it, about this and that. We may not have our face even to talk on the show here. So it's concerning everybody. This is not about CDC, not about ANC, not about Unipart, because it's about Nigeria. There's an image of our country. I really want for the people to pay attention. They got a scene and say, you that you're so on the fire, you the one your neck can be long, because every now and then you'll be looking at soup. So it is my prayer that this will not be the usual policy that people cover all other people up. And getting that the whole thing will get that down. It will get a bad image on our country and will also destroy the image of the government. And my second point got to do with the issue that when sometimes when somebody missed them in the like drug community, when you talk about medical data, even the reporter out there can be everybody want to be a medical data. You talk about road engineer, we would have had the idea everybody want to be a road engineer. To me, when people are performing their duty, don't get them the chance that they do their work according to a professional level. But when they talk about a person do that because their job description, you don't know my job description, I don't know your job description. So if the EPA have made a statement, I don't know whether EPA really made a statement according to the reporter, and they are saying that they will work with the DEA. I don't know what the many have been given to the EPA to speak in that manner. Then where I asked that, I say, you don't know the people function. And my last point tonight, thank God for the reporter. He did a very good report. Now, they should know for them what Grand Jury is no more, the people of Grand Jury, they are no more reserved voter. That people can say, oh, I found concern getting a CDC or burning in Grand Jury. So anytime we go for election, we'll go. The dynamic with T2029, we are not only looking at what to get vote from that place. It's to develop the place that the people should have the same access that we have in Monrovia, the people should have that same access. The same thing that the people are enjoying in other countries, the people should be able to enjoy it. Because there's something about supporting the country is not just to get the people vote for you at the end of the day, turn your back on them. There was so that this other thing of Lenin was saying when they went grandchildren in the future, we don't want make way for the road to be built. You make way at the time you used to go to that area, you use helicopter to go, you buy in a foreign country to go there. But the people that reside in that country, they were buying back and right. They price double more than the one of Imas around the gas price, everything was up. So you only had the people stay here, you enrich yourself, prepare yourself, get in there. Another savior, then you say you go to them. We are not operating that way.
Thank you.
This is about 2.5 years. In the 2.5 years, the development will reach all the county. Thank you for the show.
Thank you very much. We're gonna go ahead and close the show, but before we do that, I have one more. Let me take this thing down. I have one more video that I want to play here before we do that. And this video should have been played in Grand G the last time. I don't know why I didn't put it up, but I will do that now. In the interest of fairness, let's listen to the former president of Nigeria, the former president of the Republic of Liberia, calling to them the son of Nigeria. Let's listen to him.
Abriyo krigbe, odowa fao, onalu, oruwa wo. Injiye imowe wuri, mwanruwa, mon George Weah, mwaki ajuru ora uruwa. Injiye moniba. Saito de aqui dia mo tropo, mo sai entendi cri. Mo sai entendi. Enti amon dia, ti oti.
Okay. President, we are speaking Crown, and in the interpretation of that, my fellow. Oh my goodness! I thought we said we're done with the show. Let's hear from you. What on your mind? What you calling my show for? We're fitting with a show now. We're closing. What you say?
Mr. Mr. Toe. How you doing, Mr. Toe?
Thank you.
I just want to weigh in on what Terry was just saying about the government approach to the whole drugs issue. So, Terry, in as much as we appreciate investigation to be done, so, the government can get to the bottom of this stuff, the first thing, when we arrested the drugs, they told you where the drugs came from. So a responsible government, the first thing they would do in the United States, in as much as they will still investigate, they will catch the people who the drugs were with in the first place. They will arrest them, lock them up. That's the first thing they're going to do. Whosoever had that drugs in their house, that house will be barricaded. Everything from in the house will be searched from the basement all the way to the top while that person is in prison. Okay? That person can get a lawyer if it is available crime. That person can get a lawyer and they can get out. But an arrest will be made with whosoever the drugs were caught with. That's the first thing a responsible government would have done. Okay? And last but not the least, I don't know which radio station Akwe were reporting for when you were in Liberia. Well, I was in Liberia. I just came to the States in 2000. That's a long time, though. But I know I ain't here, but no Akwe reporting. Okay? You come in the show asking political pressure. And the same thing your deputy speaker said. You preach about the deputy speaker going to Pago. You didn't even see the man. You were inviting people to come to meet the deputy speaker in Pago. And you were inviting people, they didn't even see the man. Okay? The man wanted to go on school and was saying, you're not even waiting for 2029. All you're after is political stuff. You're governing the country first. That's the first thing. You got a big old case on your head. Cocaine. You know what is cocaine? You think cocaine is marijuana? You think cocaine is 10 or the small drugs the people can be taking in Liberia? You think what cocaine is?
Thank you.
It's a global drug. Can you finish it? Let me explain to you.
No, but we're not going to let you. That's not football we're playing here. That's not football we're playing.
What I explained has nothing to do with soccer. You start playing soccer, I'm educated enough to know what I'm explaining. So let me explain. So I didn't just play soccer. I went to high school, elementary school, high school, and college. So let me explain. Okay, you got people coming on the show who don't even know their left foot and their right foot and saying all kinds of stuff. Let me ask you about Grand G-Net. What has the government done for Grand G-Net before you're going to ask about the past government? Nobody roads in Liberia ever got food with water, with rain. You forget that your own house that you're going to go build on the road outside. The water need to go and sweep the whole mansion. Then they will talk about road construction. Let me ask you about Grand G-Net. Is it election time now?
Thank you.
The drug issue that you ask me about Grand G-Net, because then you call me seasonal journalist. The people that were just going around taking note for Charles Bayon and all the people that didn't know what you call it journalists. Thank you, man.
Oh, you said you were in Labrador, you see, but now you say that you were turning the flow for Charles Bayon, so you saw him there. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, hold on 1 minute. We'll come to you. Guys, let me play this video again. It looks like a lot of people thinking, what is the AI? And let me put it back up. This video was created by Daniel Cryport, the LPR station and LPR person here. So let's listen.
Morning, George. We are. Want ya juro ora udua. Die moniba. Saito de ake die motropo. Matro, mo sai entendi cri. Mo sai entendi. Enti amoundi tio tiena fo mo no ente moundi. Njuye mo sembo de sound. Mo cheke mo njuye ki enenyo wa uri embri yan wa wasi mo nyene. De mo we de so o uri mo wan mo nundi mo nun bai mo nun de yan mo nun fe yan. Njuye fo yan mukaki aro ni adi ne se du ye mo kamo mo se block ki won ju ne je wanyuro o banjuru ula abiyon la isa ju won ya to bo gba o.
Basically, this was during the election, and he put it together. Basically, President Weah is first of all congratulating Grandians and telling them thank you for sticking with him throughout. But that he recognized that perhaps other Grandians are now upset with him, but he put up Grandian traditional parable to say, if even if you're angry with a child, you got to make sure, even if the child is drowning, get the child out of the water first. Make sure no water in the lung before you can slap him. But there's more to that. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Ekwe, 1 minute, please. 1 minute only. We don't have much time, guys. 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, and in my 1 minute, I can say this much. So I want to close up on the words of Musa Hassan Belletti of the CMC when he said, yes, I mean, the Unity Party will be leaving power. In fact, they don't have sufficient time. But he's concerned. He's asking a very intriguing, very important question here. Who are we going to entrust the leadership of this country with? Because I observed 2-3 days ago, these opposition leaders who yesterday blasted Weah's bad governance, today are saying that it's good, it's okay to give him power again. So my own question is, what has changed about George Weah? And that's how I want to end and on today's edition. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Rescue 2, let's hear from you, and then the other Tabata Aubrey guy can take us home tonight. Let's hear from you.
Well, I think that video you play was an AR video. And if the Grandian follow that thing, then they ready. I don't know what play the EL.
But this was done during the election.
I think I saw that video during the election.
And I played. There's lots of them, and I play. He did it in Mano. He did it in Gio. He did it in all.
Yeah, I think I heard that video.
All of that, right?
Yeah. That was the AR stuff that GMB still flogged them on. But here is the thing here and all of that. We are still anticipating, like my brother Bopler came and said, yes, that, when you arrest drug in a play, blah, 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 you can. But you arrested the Maringa to the airport, what he mean? Or what the guy name?
Livingstone.
Livingstone was still around, playing around, and you were playing the piper and talking about it. Say, oh, Fina Bondo did. But the man was never arrested. He never went to jail. Nothing happened to him. But now, my brother Bopler now want us to be more robust when we're dealing with international investigators and all of that on the matter. But however it be, we welcome that. That is what responsible government do. We arrested the drugs to show you that is what responsible government do. We arrested the drugs at the airport. That the government arrested the drug. They're not CDC government. You already know, but you were laying down in your bed, sleeping. Poplar was laying down in your bed, enjoying life. When he woke up in the morning and heard that the government arrested $19 million worth of drugs, the opposition chose to spin it around to start looking for loophole to turn the public against the government as if to say it was not the government who arrested the drug. And you want that propaganda to spread, to sink. So, do you think the government could have said that, what, that drug you're arrested, DA, yeah, my man, that drug, leave it, there it. If the president were involved, you really think you were going to hear about that arrest?
Thank you.
So I'd just be listening to these guys when they be talking, they can be talking things that they don't understand. The DA work for the president. Liberia that is so corrupt like that. If the president or whosoever that you're accusing that in the government were aware of that drug, do you think one phone call that drug was going to pass? It was certainly going to pass. The other day, the DA caught a guy transporting $1 million cash money on him with drugs. I think Fula guy also from Guinea or somewhere. He was transporting. So What may you think individual Liberians cannot get involved with those things and link up with people who work at the airport that do, that do cargo shipping? What may you think that Liberians in Liberia and some few people that work in government, because they have proximity to the president or to leadership, they can use that opportunity to traffic drug out of the country? Why everything should be the president who do it when not the president who arrested the drug? Unlike your own Maringa thing, it was the army, the soldier who highlighted, I think one of the AFL soldiers, because you were not expecting for that information to go out before it got, or it was late. You know what I'm saying? The $100 million drug was the American, who highlighted that information. When y'all let those people, y'all go to the investigation and let the people walk out free from the country. So what y'all did with the drug issue, y'all want for us to do the same thing. We're not going to do it. That's why we're sitting on the network to tell our government that this thing must not happen. And we're pressurizing the government so the government can make sure to bring this thing to be. Thank you very much, Liberal.
Thank you. Walter Carter,
Liberal.
take us
Yes,
home.
sir. So a couple of things I want to highlight here. You played a couple of videos about after our war and this administration came to office. Yes, it's true. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was given a
We
whole
didn't
lot.
promise change. We promised rescue.
Ellen Johnson
That
Sirleaf was given a
CDC
whole lot.
promised change.
Quick, carry on talking. I interrupt you, please.
Sorry,
Sorry,
that extra I talk.
let him talk.
So Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was given a whole lot. He did some transformation, but the present president at the time was Vice President Onoha. When this present president was former vice president, he said they squandered the opportunity to transform our country. It didn't come from opposition, it came from himself. It came from himself. It's they squandered a meaning, they didn't do stupid squat. So I don't know what Labour came on this platform to play this in because he just put this credibility issue with the whole Unity Party from the vice president who is the present president and to the former Unity Party because they themselves said it. The present president said that it's squander opportunity. So it means they didn't do nothing. So the problem that he inheriting right now is the same problem they created in the first United Party government. That's the problem they inheriting. Drugs start coming to Liberia under the first United Party government. In the droves, two national was prosecuted in America for those drugs in the in jail right now, so to speak. And we have a whole list of stuff that happening on our United Party government that is happening right now in this government. What we're saying here now, right? What we're saying here is Liberia should change. Liberia honor Joseph Nima Boaka, who experienced 12 years of governance, should also be experienced and know these things to change our country right now. And if it will happen, let it happen. Terry, you talk about the drug issue that came to Liberia. The American hinted Liberia when the drug were in transit. And when the drug got there, the government arrested it. The government arrested people. They were prosecuted. They were sent to the court system. The court system acquitted those people. There was no government associated with that drugs. The Maringa is a plan. They went and they lied on Finabote about Maringa bringing drugs into the country. That was a bloody lie. It went on scratch. Nobody was prosecuted for that. This government, the drug entered the country, and according to your own research analyst, he said this is not the first time under this administration that the drug passed through Ralphie and went outside the country. It's not the first time. So the government was caught with the official name and all. In fact, the official himself said the drugs were transported to his house. How you want for us to talk in and call? Why are you making comparison? There's no way to make comparison. What we're saying here now is for us to fight this drug. Because if we don't fight it, I don't care about Joseph Boakai. To be honest with you, I don't care about United Party government. What I care about is for Liberia to become a drug hub, a place where people are making drugs, a place where people are importing drugs and exporting them outside the country in the millions. It will set a dangerous precedent for our country, our security, and its people. Because these cartels, they are no joke. They got connection in high places. They got military software and hardware that they can do a whole lot of stuff. So if we don't be careful and we fight this thing and take politics out of it, we'll have ourselves to blame. And that's why we still saying the government should not hire anybody, should not bring any secret. There shouldn't be any secret call or whatever. They should expose who are involved. They should even tell us where it come from, and so we can be aware and start to track people down who are involved in this thing and bring them to public ridicule so that they will not use our country as a transit point or even a hub for drug, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. You know, Terry, you don't see movie and you don't see how cartel the operate today to day. And they were criticizing Trump for bombing ships and boats that were bringing drugs to America. The people got different strategy. They put makeshift submarine, put the submarine, put the drug in the thing and bring it and put it in the ocean. They bring boats and put it and drop it on the shore. The last time we heard there was a plane that flew from I think Sierra Leone and landed in something about Liberia and said it went all of few. Who know what the plane drop or drugs in our forest and have people there to pick it up and bring it by road? Who knows? All the kind of stuff. We should take this thing serious. It's about our national security and our country, the future of our children. Thank you, liberal.
Thank you. Again, I want to thank all of you again tonight. Those of you that have been writing, everything else, we appreciate it. I want to say here, Namwe is still, I hope he's still here with us. But if he's not, I will say this, Namwe, this coming Thursday, I will be going into um, uh, Musability road construction process, what I consider to be the damaging of our environmental side, and I will show those. So if you want to bring somebody who would be able to defend the process, we will do it. And I'll be approaching it from an engineering perspective and the environmental issues that I saw, and as God could have it, they show those things with pictures, and I will be bringing that up. So, Nambe, if you're hearing me and if you're still listening, we'll be happy to have you or anybody on to be want to come and defend that process. But what I'm seeing here, environmentally insensitive position and what have you, is unacceptable, and we'll be discussing that. Again, folks, thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Quite thank you, guys. We appreciate all of you tonight. We'll say good night to all of you. Walter Carter, as usual, thank you very much for joining us again tonight. We appreciate it. Again, thank you, guys. So we'll say good night to all of you. Join us tomorrow as the liberal will be on Mr. Soul Show. And we will be able to bring these things, whatever conversation they have, we will be here to be the counterweight. We will be here to support. If it is genuine, we'll support it, because if it's in the interest of the Liberian people, who are we to say we against or not? But if you come here and want to talk tabata against us, we will respond, and we will say no, we're not going to allow you to do that, and we have the ability to do so. And so I'll say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night, folks.